Hi, people who watch me on the internet. I'm so grateful to have internet community. Today is my 6 months and 1 year on testosterone. A year and a half ago, I started taking hormones, and I'm just like so happy. I'm so happy. I feel so free. It's really surreal to be where I'm at right now. Every day I feel so happy to be alive. Like the days are still not easy. I don't know if they're easy for anyone who's like a living being on this planet. But before I could barely get through the day. I was abusing substances. Like, I cannot explain to you how good it feels to be in this body and to feel like I see myself when I look in the mirror. I was thinking this morning, like, what if I had never taken hormones? I don't think I would want to be alive. And like, I've contemplated suicide, many a times in the past when I didn't feel comfortable existing. And now that I feel more and more comfortable each day just existing in this body, now I can focus on like being a human being, which is already like a difficult experience. But before, my focus was on like, how can I survive the next day? And now I'm just like, I wake up and I'm not like focusing on how I am not where I want to be, or, like, I'm wearing fun earrings now. Um, I feel like so much more free to express myself because I feel like myself. um, like, I have a beard now, which is the most exciting thing for me in the world. It's not all the way in yet, but I'm just like so happy. I feel like myself. It's a really good feeling. I'm so much more like expressive and confident. Even when I was a little kid, when I would play video games and stuff, I remember I had this snowboarding video game and you can create an avatar. And I remember feeling like this feeling in my deep gut, like I don't want anyone to like see me creating this avatar. But the avatar I was creating was a guy, and like I was seeing myself in that avatar, like the way he was dressed, just his whole everything. I loved being able to choose my person and create how they looked, and I created it exactly as I saw myself. But at the time, I didn't have words to like identify that I was trans. I've always seen myself as a guy. I've just always seen myself that way. Even growing up, like I used to hang out with all the dudes and stuff. And the cool thing about being trans is that having to play the role of woman, which never really fit me, really forced me way outside of my comfort zone. In order to fit in and feel seen, I had to perform and really dive into like feminine expression, which felt so uncomfortable to me. But I did it out of necessity, not out of desire. Necessity to be accepted. I'm so grateful for all the pain, all the experiences that I've had, because who I am today, it's not black or white, it's not male or female. I am just a human being. And even if I were born male, like I wouldn't be all the traits that you assign to a man. I'm just a person. Because, like, I guess a lot of the traits that I assign to what it means to be a man today is like actually toxic masculinity, in my opinion. It's okay if you disagree. That's my perspective based on my life experiences. And I'm very aware that, like, presenting as a gay man wearing an earring and, like, I painted my nails for the first time since high school last week because I want to. It feels fun now. I know doing those things might upset some people. I know there's like a risk of violence. Like, people react so strongly to any man that breaks gender roles. And I just, I don't care. I'm just so happy to be alive. I'm so happy to feel like I can express myself and be my whole self. I'm not limited within any set roles or categories. Like, I'm just a human being existing. If I want to wear an earring because I like it, I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna feel great about it. You can't tell me what to do and what not to do based on who you think I am. Like, I know who I am. And I love who I am. There are no labels that could define me. And that is a liberating experience. And even if you identify as like a cis woman or a cis man, meaning that you are not transgender, you don't have to have labels define you either. You can identify as a woman or a man, and you don't have to abide by all of the assigned gender roles, because they're all just social constructs. They're only as real as the life that you give them. And you know what's more alive than social constructs? You, and you are beautiful. Welcome to the planet Earth. We are here experiencing the human experience so that we can enjoy the senses and so that we can love and connect with one another. And part of loving and connecting with one another is first loving and connecting with ourselves. And in order for you to do that, I mean, you just have to accept who you are and what your impulses are. And like, if you have the impulse to wear a dress, wear a dress. I don't have that impulse. But like, your intuition is so powerful. That is who you are. All of the things that people tell you, including society, your parents, the news, the TV, Hollywood movies, popular music, like those are all just influences. And like the only thing that matters at the end of the day is who you know you are and how you feel. And knowing that you expressing yourself as you are doesn't make you any one thing. You just are. That's all that is. This will liberate you. Trust me. It's a great life experience, let me tell you. uh, and I will say, like, part of my journey and like really loving and accepting myself and being free to just express myself for who I am, I've had to surround myself by people who share that philosophy with me. If I love myself and accept myself and embrace myself, celebrate myself for who I am, not just tolerate, but celebrate, like, yes, it feels so good to be alive, I have to surround myself with people who do the same, or else I'm going against the river, and like, that's not a fun experience. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people in my biological family that were not able to do that for me. um, and no hard feelings towards them. It's painful. I don't blame them for it. They're having their own experience. They're coming from their own place. I just didn't have space for it. What I'm saying is, like, this journey, this path is a path of courage and a path of love and commitment to love and acceptance. And in order to do that, I had to have strong boundaries so that I could get there. Because I'm not trying to fight to be who I am. I just am who I am. And if you can accept that and love that, then let's love life together. I don't want to have to convince you that my identity is valid or that my feelings are valid. I just don't have the energy for that. And unfortunately, that means that, I had to take some space from my biological mom, which was not easy for me to do. It's been like a year now, actually. And looking back on it, like, wow, I really needed that space. It sucks. I didn't want to, but I needed it. And like, I don't regret it. It's still painful for me to take that space. But at least how I'm feeling right now, just feeling so at peace with my body and who I am. And I don't even have all the answers to life. Like, who does? But I'm okay with that. I don't need all the answers. I'm enjoying every moment of this human experience. Because, like, having all the answers would be boring. I just love who I am right now in this moment. And I'm very aware that who I am in this moment might change the next minute or the next day or the next year. It doesn't matter. I love myself unconditionally no matter what. So, with all of that said, if you're transgender, or if you're even just like looking inward on your gender and like, what is gender, or anything else in your life, sexuality, it doesn't have to be identity related. It could just be like things you genuinely care about and ways that you want to live your life. If you're thinking about these things, I just want to tell you that you are beautiful. You are perfect. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone, even yourself. Who you are and how you are is nature's creation, and nature only creates art. You are a work of art in motion. You're a living piece of art. You are to be celebrated. Whatever you're feeling inside in your gut that is speaking to you, that is truth. It's okay for other people to have different opinions because that's inevitable. Like, we all have unique life experiences. We're going to have different perspectives. Don't let yourself drown in the perspectives of other people. Don't let the perspectives of systems like society or just people that you care about, don't let them drown out your inner voice. Because listening to that inner voice is the purpose of life. Being connected to yourself is what makes this life meaningful and purposeful. And if you're feeling a struggle right now, if you're suffering and feeling doubt and fear of really acting on that inner voice because you're afraid of how your environment will respond, it's not an easy journey. And there's a huge community of people out there, no matter what identity or interest or thing, there are communities all around the world that see you for who you are. You just have to step out and show the world who you are, and the people will come to you. And even though I'm taking space from my mom right now, like, I will reach out to her and we will reconnect. Maybe this space for her is like been self-reflective too, because like if somebody has an issue with your identity, it really has nothing to do about you. It has to do with how they feel about themselves. Any piece that someone rejects about you is really just a piece of themselves they cannot be with. Like if you meet someone who's homophobic, really you're just triggering a response in them that they feel so uncomfortable with their own sexuality. Not saying that everyone is gay. I am saying though that sexuality is a spectrum. I really appreciate community being in my life because like it's not a popular decision in today's world the way it's structured to listen to your inner voice and really follow your inner voice. Like when your inner voice is your compass, it's a rare and beautiful thing. And let me tell you that it's such a gift to the world. In addition to being a gift to yourself, the world needs more of it. You're going to enjoy your life a lot more. Life is not all rainbows and butterflies. It's a full spectrum, as is everything. Part of the human experience, part of feeling alive and being alive is feeling different feelings. And, you might come across some bumps, but you're going to come across some bumps either way. So why not live this bumpy ride listening to your inner voice and feeling alive? I appreciate this community so much. I love you all. I know I don't always take time to speak to people individually. I'm introverted. I don't know if you know this about me, but I am. I'm introverted. So engaging with a community like this is actually a lot easier for me because I can connect to a lot of people at once without draining my energy. So don't take it personally if I haven't spoken to you individually in a while. Know that I still love you. And like every single person that interacts with me online and in real life, like each tiny little comment, each little response to my story, like those are real connections for me. And I wouldn't be here on this journey without all that support and encouragement and just like feeling seen and validated in my experience. I'm just so grateful, and I would just want to say I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of my journey. Because life is so good. I wouldn't be here without you.